Hi guys, I am the Pottymouth Guru and welcome back to my channel. Cue music!
Potty, she talking naughty. Here to help your trouble, she don't judge nobody. Even if you're not at your top and it's a lie, she try to make you see a different train of thought.
I am a therapist and a transformational coach, and my mission is to help you learn how to unfuck yourselves so that you can become the architects of your own lives and your own minds. If you like what you see here today, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this shit with people you think it might benefit. Thanks in advance. Today's video is about cancel culture. Holy shit balls. Call the police. Call your grandma, call motherfucking Batman. That bitch is doing a video about cancel culture. Yes, I am doing a video about cancel culture because I think it's a really important piece to talk about. I think it's really fucking complicated. I think it's difficult. I think it's nuanced. I think it's taken a really fucked up, dangerous turn. I also think that it's needed. What the fuck is the middle? I don't fucking know. But let's talk about it here. Let's unpack it a little bit together and see what we can come up with. Okay? Okay. I want to know what you think about the stuff that I'm going to discuss in this video. I'm sure there's going to be like 985 opinions per point that I make. And you know what? Fuck it. Put it in the comments. Let me hear what your thoughts are on all the things I'm going to say. And here are the following questions specifically that I pose to you as you listen to this video. It's so complicated because there are so many nuanced questions. For example, who decides this shit? How is it decided? What's the scope of it? What's the punishment? Can you recover? Can you make up for it? If so, how? Is an apology helpful or hurtful, or does it even fucking matter? Is there room for growth, or are you fucked forever? Is expressing an opinion harmful, or is it the actions that are harmful? Brr? So how far into a person's history are people responsible for adhering to current social standards? Riddle me that, Batman. So what happens to humanity if we need to be perfect? Are there various levels of offense and punishment? Or is any offense worthy of full-on attack? Do we need it? Has it gone too far? Is it actually making the world a better place? Do you feel safe speaking your truth in the face of cancel culture? Do you believe that it sparks social change? Are you concerned about freedom of speech? Are you happy that this culture exists? Do you participate? If so, to what capacity? Here's a good one. Should you be canceled for not canceling? Oh, here's a good one. Should you be canceled for talking about cancel culture? Ding, 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 ding. Is it good as it is right now, or do you feel like it needs more balance? I do want to mention that I tried to do this video some time ago, and I started doing a whole bunch of research and talking to people, and it felt so difficult and so vast that I scrapped it. I got intimidated of it, and I was like, you know what? I'm not ready to do this. I got afraid, and so I put it away. But now, you know, I'm facing my fears because difficult things need to be discussed, because that's the only way we're going to figure shit out is if we fucking talk about it. Yeah. It's so important, it's so prevalent, and I want to unpack it here with you, my fellow gurus, to see what the fuck we can come up with in this fucking shit show world. I don't actually think the world is a shit show, I'm just being really dramatic. Anyway, so here is my disclaimer for today's video. So cancel culture is a really complex topic because people are motherfucking complex. I do not claim to have all of the answers around this topic. I just think it's really important that we discuss it and see what we can come up with in this conversation, because this piece is causing a lot of turmoil for people individually and society as a whole. My prerogative is to unpack some of it, inject some compassion and empathy, and I just want to talk about it. Hard shit needs to be talked about. You might be asking yourself, what is cancel culture? Definition time. The definition for cancel culture via the Cambridge Dictionary, a way of behaving in a society or group, especially on social media, in which it is common to completely reject and stop supporting someone because they have said or done something that offends you. The New York Post says, The phenomenon of promoting the canceling of people, brands, and even shows and movies due to what some consider to be offensive or problematic remarks or ideologies. Okay, so some of y'all might be thinking, what's with this new phenomenon called fucking cancel culture? First of all, it's not motherfucking new. This shit has been around since the beginning of human history. From the beginning of time, societies have been ousting, calling out, and punishing people for doing or saying shit outside of the social norms or status quo of that time. Even though history shows that sometimes the popular thing doesn't mean it is the right or good thing, i.e. Nazi Germany, World War II, racial segregation, the witch trials, rape being totes okay, and just as boys do. You know, those types of things. So boycotting has been around for ages. It's just the difference between boycotting and cancel culture is the following. Boycotting is passive. So it's basically saying, you know what, I don't like what you said or did, so I'm not going to put my money into your product or buy your albums or whatever it might be. It's basically just choosing not to spend money on said thing, person, entity that is boo to you. Whereas cancel culture is action driven. It consumes resources and it takes actual effort. Why is cancel culture so fucking prevalent right now? Cancel culture and the rigidity within it is really coming from a place that people aren't feeling safe in the world as it is today, because it is a very unsettled, fucked up time in the world right now. Between the global pandemic and massive political divides and all the other fucking division, whether it be racial, LGBTQ+, wealth division, the divides are so divided that the splinters are splintering. People don't feel seen and heard and like they matter. People feel like they're being lost in the shuffle. People are having troubles dealing with all the shit that's going on, and they don't feel like they have a voice. And as a society, although we put a lot of emphasis on the importance of mental health, we don't yet have a handle on how to deal with it. It's not yet a widely understood or practiced thing in our society. So yeah, I mean, I get the rigidity. Rigidity is a way that we protect our sense of feeling safe. Even if our stance isn't good or healthy, even if it's toxic. This is the thing that we know, and the thing that we know is a lot less scary than the thing that we don't know. So we stay put and we dig our motherfucking heels in. So I don't ask myself why things are the way that they are. I ask myself, why the fuck not? I mean, look at the environment. It makes sense. Because look at the shit show we are all living through at the Mo. When we don't feel safe, when we feel out of control, we try and take control of the things that we think that we can. Even if we can't, we think we can. Here, the social justice keyboard warriors are born. I get it. So many people aren't being protected by our current societal structures. There are so many issues and holes and failures. So many people are falling through the cracks. And the people that are actually perpetrating these divisions aren't being held accountable. They aren't taking responsibility for their shit actions, especially the ones at the top. And people are sick of that shit. We are learning about trauma, we're learning about mental health, and the veil is starting to be lifted on all the shit that's causing it. And we are now strongly motivated to do better. We are at a climactic breaking point in a structure that doesn't work. And I mean, there's a lot of people that argue that it never motherfucking did. So yeah, I get the motivation. I get the passion. As uncomfortable as it is totally to be expected. And what will come on the other side of it will be good. It's just going to take a motherfucking long time. And in the meantime, it is messy. Do we need cancel culture? Do some people, places, things need to be canceled? Yes. Are we doing it the right way?
No!
Are there some people that are absolutely doing it the right way? Yes. Are most people doing it the right way?
No!
Hashtag facts. So here are some of the problems. 1, it's a motherfucking paradox. Its mission is to provoke and cause positive change, but its method does not allow for growth. The current methods that we have in place on a whole are not actually successful. The issues that are trying to be fought against actually end up getting more popular and more fucking glorified. And it actually ends up allowing an easy out for the shitty, douchey things that people are doing. It's like an easy way out of like, oh, whatever, it's just like fucking cancel culture, whatever. So when you think about a conflict, we know that if we yell and scream our point, it dismisses our actual point, because then there's a deflection that goes to, look at how she's fucking yelling. And then the thing that the person is yelling about gets ignored because of the bad behavior that is trying to express this thing. So this can be translated to cancel culture, that people are fucking losing their shit totally irrationally, and then it's really easy to look at the irrational behavior rather than look at what the problem actually fucking is. Do people need to be held accountable? Yes, they do. Everybody does. On a personal level, on a societal level, yes, we need more of this. We have not learned as a culture to take responsibility for our own shit. So yes, it needs to happen. How do we decide shit? So like I said before, this is complex because people are complex. A lot of people are like, yeah, but it's like totally simple. It's just like easy. It's just like, don't be an asshole. Don't be racist. Don't be homophobic. Yeah, in a perfect world, but we have to understand that people are seeing through their lens. Their lens is totally affected by their life experiences. Maybe they grew up in a religious household where being gay was considered a sin, and maybe they don't necessarily think that that's the case, but they have to undo like 30 years of knowing that something is the truth. And so it's not that simple for them, like tomorrow, to all of a sudden not be homophobic, for example. So this is some complex shit, like I said before, and the reason for that is because people are complex, but this ends up becoming dismissed online. We go into this all or nothing thinking. People are either inherently good or they are fucking evil demons. You're either perfect or you should be fucking dead. That all of their actions are done with malice and intentionally, and they are beyond redemption. Guys, that's not fucking realistic. 2, that leads me into my next motherfucking point. Redemption. There is like zero space in cancel culture for forgiveness. And let me clarify once more. I know that there are people out there that are doing this right. You are amazing. You guys are trailblazers. And hopefully the rest of the world is going to catch up and do it the way that you're doing it. I will be linking some shit down below that's gonna show you how canceling is done in a healthy way. That's not about canceling, that it's about accountability and how to apologize, which is an actual skill set. It's not just a simple, I'm like, sorry, but like, my point is still valid. Not an apology, but that's like, I'm going off on a tangent. Anyways, so back to forgiveness. We don't have space for that in the current climate of cancel culture. That's an alliteration on C. Where has forgiveness disappeared to in this society? I don't know. Where is it? Are you here? Where are you? Forgiveness? Forgiveness? Where are you? Forgiveness. How the fuck is somebody supposed to learn in that kind of an environment? Guys, so mistakes are normal. It's how we fucking learn. If someone isn't given the opportunity to grow and learn from their mistakes and be able to come back from it, that shit is going to entrench them even more. So whatever change you're looking from them, your extra superstar not going to fucking get it if they don't have the opportunity to learn and grow. So there. The conversation about mental health is becoming louder and louder, which is great. But then it's being dismissed and disregarded at the first fucking sign of something that we don't like. And those two things are in dissonance with each other. So whether you agree with the existence of cancel culture or not, whether you think that it's perfect as it should be or if it needs work, from a therapeutic perspective, there is cause for great concern in terms of how this culture is perpetuating right now. And this is not just me, this is therapists across the board. Actually, there are some majorly negative effects that are in fact coming from this culture, even if that's not what's intended. So that's a reality that we have to come to terms with. And what people aren't necessarily realizing is that the trauma isn't just towards a person that's being canceled. The other thing is the people that are perpetrating the canceling and that are spending all of their time canceling these people. It's not fucking healthy for them either, living in this negative land of anger and fear and shame and anger. It's this perpetual cycle that fucks our shit up. It is unhealthy. So this is a topic of concern for me because I'm seeing it in my clients, I'm seeing it in society, I'm seeing what it's doing to people, and I'm thinking to myself, wait now, are we changing the world, or are we taking out all our emotional shit on everybody around us in a new fancy way because we have something called the internet now? So within the current turmoil that we are all living in collectively at the moment, we find ourselves, rather than like coming together to heal, instead we're living in a culture that demands and expects perfection. And if these rules of perfection are violated, well then you should be stripped of everything and shunned forevermore. There seems to be no limits for this culture in terms of satisfaction. You have to apologize. Your apology wasn't sincere. You must lose your platform. No, not enough. Lose your job. Not enough. Never be hired by anyone ever again. Not enough. You must be punished. Not severe enough. Not long enough. Lose your loved ones. All your friends. Lose your business. All your income. Your house. The tent that you're living in on the street is too good for your fucking infraction. Take that too. Take it away. Fuck it. Death by firing squad. So, but the point that I'm trying to make is that there are no limits. There's no end. There aren't any actual clear demands, and then a course of action to meet those demands. There's no remedy, because someone is always going to be unsatisfied. Again, I'm going to keep coming back to this. There are groups of people that are doing this right, that do have a course of action, that will be satisfied by it, that do want to have a conversation about these things. It's just that they're not the ones that are getting the attention, because the intense shit, the clickbait, that's what gets mainstream media. That's what we know of cancel culture. There's a very small amount of people that are making the biggest impact, and they're the ones that are purposefully looking to do damage. That does not apply to the people that are looking for real accountability, that are teaching people how to do it, and who understand that there needs to be growth, and the fact that growth takes time and all that good shit. They're out there. I know you're out there, and thank you for doing the work that you do. But you're not who the fuck I'm talking about. So something that we need to think about is the fact that people have different levels of sensitivity. Do we want and need allies? Yes. Do our feelings matter? Yes. We just can't expect 7 billion people on this planet to be unanimously offended by the shit that offends us. It's kind of a narcissistic expectation. We need to feel seen. We need to feel validated. We need to feel heard. These are not unreasonable things to want. It's just that it has to be done within reason. Some of the shit that's going on in cancel culture is not reasonable. And that's the thing with the difference of opinion, is that someone is always going to get hurt. Someone's always going to be on the flip side. Like, some people are going to totally resonate with the things that I'm saying in this video, and some people are totally not going to resonate with the things that they're saying. Like, there's no winning for me talking about this. But you know what? I'm not actually looking to win. I just want to talk about shit. Guys, thank you so much for taking part in this really difficult conversation with me. Whether you agree with the shit that you heard, whether you don't agree with the shit that you heard, I appreciate that you're listening. I can't wait to hear what you think about it. What are some of your experiences with cancel culture? Have you experienced cancel culture work? And if so, how has it worked? In a way that hasn't been fucking aggressive and bullying. Where have you seen cancel culture fucking fail? Tell me those stories. I want to know. If you like this video, click on that like button, subscribe to my channel, click on that little bell thingy, share with some people, spark some conversations, and I look forward to seeing you next week when we break down the pathology of the toxic elements of cancel culture. So peace out, have a wicked week, and I love all of you. Mwah. Bye.